guys, welcome to the channel. So for today's video, you are going to watch me style this wig from Yolissa hair. So in this video, I'm going to layer the hair. I'm going to show you guys how to do fluffy baby hairs, and I'm also going to curl it. So the first thing that you see me doing is basically cleaning up the parting section, and then after we get a clean part, I'm going to part out the section for my baby hairs, and in a second you're going to see that I'm going to part out literally a triangle. So just pay close attention. So before we actually cut the baby hairs, I'm going to be spraying the top part of my head with spritz, and then I'm going to lay everything down with a hot comb so that we can have a very flat looking install. Now this next part is actually optional, but what I'm doing is just plucking the baby hairs because I want it to be thin as possible. I don't want it to be bulky, and now it's time to cut. So I like to cut in a slanted motion, and I call this the reverse slanted motion. This is just going to help you get that fluffy baby hair look. And then after that, you're going to see me actually curl the baby hairs in an upward motion. After you're done with that, you want to cut your sideburns in a downward motion and then also curl them in a downward motion. And I'm just spraying it with spritz again, but basically you're going to see the effect and the difference that it makes when you cut the baby hairs in an upward motion and when you cut the actual sideburns in a downward motion. So I'm going to be completely honest, you guys might want to thank me for speeding up this process, because me doing the baby hairs and trying to perfect them, it did take about 15 minutes. I think that's just because I was just moving a little slow. But now this is optional as well, but you can secure the baby hairs down with the headband that Yolissa gave me, or any type of headband or elastic band. And now we are on to the curling part. Now prior to actually curling my hair, I did go in with some Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, and I just put like about an inch of it in my hair. I don't think I filmed that part on camera, but now I have this curling iron, I believe it's from Ion, and I'm just basically going to curl each side in the same direction. That part is very important to me because if you curl in different directions, then your hair is just going to look super wild. Some people do prefer the wild look, but for this specific hairstyle, I don't prefer the wild look. So basically, just make sure that you're keeping your arm in the exact same angle the entire time. Now that we've completed the first side, now we're going to do the most important part, which is the front portion on the other side. So basically, you're going to take another inch of hair and curl this in a backwards motion. I like to curl going away from my face because that's just the effect that I'm going for. And then obviously, like I said before, you want to just make sure that every single piece that you curl on this side also goes in a backward motion because we want everything to look uniform. So now the curling portion is complete. I'm just going to take some shear scissors, and you guys, I'm not a professional, but what I'm doing here is just adding slight layers. These aren't full out layers. These are just slight layers to give the hair a little bit more body and definition. And as you can see, I'm not cutting off the actual length of the hair. I'm just cutting off literally a couple of strands. And like I said, it's just going to make everything appear to be better, basically. And of course, you want to do it to the other side, just cutting off a little bit of hair. Try not to cut off chunks of your hair because that's just not going to look right. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up the rest of this process, and in a few minutes I'm going to give you guys the final look and a short review on this actual unit. Okay, so this is the final look of the hair. As you can see, I just added like a couple of layers to the hair, and that's just to give the curls more like bounce and more definition. So before I get into the actual details of the hair and the pros and cons, I want to show you guys the packaging. So it actually only came in a bag like this. It just has like Yolissa on the front of it, and then it has like all of their social media handles. And inside the bag, obviously the wig came in there. And then one of my favorite things that came inside the packaging was this elastic band. It's like a headband. I used this when I first installed the wig. So I basically used this to just basically let the glue melt onto the lace. And then I also, sometimes I use this for the baby hairs to lay down. I didn't lay my baby hairs down tonight, but as you can see, they're still flawless. It's like reversible, it's pink and black. And then in the bag also came a cap. I already have my own 10 cap, so I already used it. And then it also came with some beautiful eyelashes. And lastly, it came with like a brush. I was using my own edge brush, but it's literally the exact same thing, just a different color. So they gave me a purple one, and that is perfect. But yeah, so when the hair first came, it actually already had a curl to it. But since I bleached the knots, I ended up washing the hair, and obviously the curl is gone. The curl that came in the hair was similar to the curls that I have now. And as you can see, this hair pretty much speaks for itself. Like I really feel like I don't even have to say much about it. So I'm gonna get into some of the main pros and cons. I know these are the main questions that people will ask. Does it shed? No, it does not shed. Actually, the only shedding that I was getting is when I actually washed the hair and I had to brush it out while it was wet, but that's normal because I didn't get a lot of shedding. And then I also cut the hair a little bit, and this is about how much hair I cut. And this is just for like really light layers. So it didn't cut any of the inches off. As you can see, it's still super long. Oh my God, I'm so in love. So this hair, to me, it has like different dimensions of highlights. So it has highlights, lowlights, it has platinums, blondes, and then it also has brown. So the roots are brown, and the reason why I basically did the knots is because the knots were very brown, and I wanted them to be blonde and blend in. So yeah, as you can see, Everything is blending in, everything is basically going as planned. I also didn't have to use that many products in this hair. If there was one product that I wish I would have used, I wish I would have used a little bit more hairspray, because I think it would allow the curl to stay in a little bit longer, but it's fine because I actually like loose curls, and I don't know, I'm just so in love with this unit. But yeah, didn't have to use that many products, and sometimes you don't want to use products too many because it's going to weigh down the hair. I've also had hair from Yolissa in the past, but I've never had a highlighted wig, and I like this because it's quick and easy. With the highlighted wig, obviously you don't have to do much work besides installing it. If you want to curl it, that's optional. If you want to keep it straight, you can do that as well. You can do it in the middle part, you can do a side part, half up, half down, back ponytail. You could really do anything. The wig is very versatile. There's a lot of lace space, and when I say lace space, I'm talking about it goes from here to all the way back here. So that's a lot of space for you to do a lot of different things. So basically, yeah, you can get very creative with this wig. I love this because if I were to dye hair on my own, I don't think that I would achieve this color. But yeah, all of the details for this wig will be linked down below in the description box. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you check out the description box first, because I might have the answer to your question down there. But if not, feel free to comment anything that you wanted to know about the company. And yeah, that pretty much concludes my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you love this unit and you love this hair, give this video a huge thumbs up, because I'm in love with this hair, so I know y'all are gonna love it. But last but not least, also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then turn on your post notification bell so that you can get notifications every single time that I post. And that's it, we are out.